the group that I did those 2 films with, they were also Arkansans living in Los Angeles, and they were one of them was from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Now, Trumann was just so funny, and I'm gonna kick myself for not remembering her name, but the mayor of Trumann at the time, oh, she's so
Bar-
lovely.
Barbara
Mayor
Llewellyn.
Yes, Barbara Llewellyn, thank you, there we go.
She was my high school French teacher.
Oh my God. Well, she is so lovely and such a supporter of the arts and film. And as you know, that Truman, kind of that main drag of Truman is pretty empty. And, there's sort of just kind of rundown office buildings similar to Hope, Arkansas, where there's some empty spaces. And she was like, you can do whatever you need to do. Just keep us posted, like whatever you need. And so it goes back to also what I say about Arkansas. Not that LA isn't this or New York or other places, but there is that like Southern hospitality thing where when we were filming in Arkansas, people are like, let us cook for you. Let us do your catering. Let us show up with snacks. The local banker in town, he's like, let me be your dead naked person in the death scene. You know what I mean? Like, so there was just this feeling of like people were so excited to have us. And then Truman also was right. And I don't know if you saw this article, but right after COVID happened and everybody was like freaking out, SAG didn't have all their stuff in place yet in the sense that like, all these kind of this new world was being figured out. Um, I think that Goes to the Ozark was one of the first productions to get approved by SAG post COVID to to operate under their kind of new guidelines and standards. And so it was a big article in Deadline, and one we were like, uh-oh, I hope we're doing this right, because it was like Arkansas is open for production. That was a testament to the film commissioner being really supportive and helping us through the process. Also, the governor at the time, Asa Hutchinson, was a huge supporter of film and really understood that the economic impact that it had and the amount of jobs that films can give people. And so we were populating all of those hotels and restaurants right at the beginning when COVID was wiping that all out. So it was we were kind of met with open arms, and people were so happy to have us and excited. And 12-hour shift, we shot it in Jonesboro at this old hospital that was just had a rehab facility on like the 3rd floor, but the rest of it had not been in use for many years. So it was very scary on the top floor. And that's what we needed, obviously. So we shot in this hospital setting, and um the wrestler, going back to our wrestling, our love of wrestling, Mick Foley was in the film. He's the bad guy in the film. And I'll never forget, the people that were in the rehab facility that day, which was like people rehabbing from car accidents, very serious stuff. But they had heard that David Arquette and Mick Foley were at the hospital that day.